I'm so excited to launch my brand new book, Astrology Realized, Your Journey to Understanding Astrology. Buy it now on Amazon.com. Hello, fabulous Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of June 2013. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. The last year has been very much about finances, but it's been about a lot more than that. It's been about reminding you some of those core lessons that you are here to learn over the course of this lifetime, having the sun in the sign of Taurus. And it has to do around worth. It has to do around knowing what you are worth, what is worth the money and what isn't, and just what it is that you want to do to create greater prosperity into your life. It's one thing to say, you know what, I'll do whatever it requires, whatever I need to do, and just go for the things that make the most money. But it's another thing to say, you know what, I'm good at this, this is acceptable, this isn't, this is the type of environment in which I can really prosper, this is what works, this is what doesn't, and to say, you know what, I'm going to trust. With all that new knowledge, I'm going to trust that it will lead me towards prosperity. And ultimately, that is what these last few months, this last year has been about. Now, for some Taurians out there, you have experienced some very dramatic changes in finances, but for others, the changes were more slight, very nice. There was growth, there was progress, and that's all very well and good. This month, really, I think the deeper lesson, the spiritual lesson, if you will, really starts to hit home in the sense that you start to look at how these last few months have been meant to sort of alter and really put you into alignment with a vision of your prosperity that is healthy, and that really resonates with something deep within your soul. An understanding of just what it is that you need to thrive, what it is that you need to really feel like you can prosper, and what it is that you have to offer. Now, in a very practical way, because I know so far largely I've been talking about things from a much more emotional, spiritual standpoint, because that's when I think astrology is at its best, in my humble opinion. But of course, there are literal applications in the tradition of astrology as well. And if we look at the sky literally for you, there is going to be some financial progress. Now, here's the thing. When I look at the sky, I consider the fact that the day before there is a new moon in this financial sector of the sky for you, sort of kicking off an understanding of the blessings that have been there and how you can now utilize them towards your prosperity. The day before, there is one move in the sky, one celestial event that I actually think is going to be really important for you. And this is the fact that the planet Neptune is going to be standing still in the sky as Neptune prepares to begin traveling backwards. This is significant because right now, Neptune represents other people for you, represents your relationships with others, and also how they connect to and allow you to and encourage you in some ways, but also in a practical level as well, move you towards your hopes and your wishes for your life. There's very much a connection there, and there is a tendency to see other people very idealistically. What I like about what's taking place for you is that you put other people in proper perspective. So where it has been that maybe you were depending too much on somebody else to do all the work in order to move you forward, not saying, and I mean that in a way that isn't necessarily how it sounds. What I mean is, you know, when you put your prosperity in someone else's hands, it can get precarious. And the reason is because there is a big part of your life journey that has to do with having that goal and working towards it. This idea of anything worth having is worth working for. All the earth signs in their own way embody this lesson, and in their own way they demonstrate an understanding of this truth. And for you, it has to do with having that vision and being diligent and moving towards it. Wherever you have sort of swayed from that understanding and instead relied maybe a little bit too much on other people, playing their part to move you in that direction where maybe it wasn't necessarily their part to play. You're about to get a bit of a reality check. And what I'm seeing for at least some of you out there is that there may be, and I'm sorry to say this, but there may be for some people a little bit of disappointment, a little bit of wishing, a little bit of hoping that other people would be a certain way so that your finances and your life could go in a certain direction in terms of your prosperity. But actually, this is all very healthy and very good. It's almost as if you need to have that moment of just feeling a little bit taken back so that you can get really clear about where maybe you've been putting expectations on other people that are not reasonable, and where maybe you could take greater ownership for the prosperity that you wish to experience, so that you can really grab hold of opportunities instead of just trusting that other people are going to take the lead for you. Now, for some of you, I know this is going to be harder than others, and for some of you, I think about the situations where maybe you have subordinates, or maybe you are in a supervisory role and wish that other people could be there for you a little bit more. This isn't so much about the people who work for you, okay? This has much more to do with your connections with others. It's much more about a peer-to-peer sort of quality that's taking place. If you can honor and acknowledge that other people are doing what is right in the grand mystery, right? And give them permission, give them that space to do what it is that they need to do, you're going to find yourself not only with a lot more freed up energy, freed of those expectations actually gives you a lot more inner peace, but also able to acknowledge what it is that you can do. When you free your energy up from those expectations, from putting too much on other people, and you get honest with yourself about what you can do, you're going to find that your motivation and your ability to actually take that action it's almost flawless. I'm seeing like this very smooth movement taking place for you. It is going to involve you sort of getting over that hump a little bit, okay? And having that moment of truth, that moment of honesty. And through that, you are going to come up with some new possibilities, things that you can do to create greater prosperity for yourself. Trust the universe. It is moving you towards greater love and greater wisdom, and it is moving you towards greater prosperity as well. Even in those moments where there may be some doubt, there's no need to give in to them. Trust what shows up. Trust what it is that other people need to do as part of the grand mystery, because you are moving towards greater abundance. You certainly are. That is something that I'm definitely sure of. And as you see greater possibilities to move towards abundance, you're also going to start to see towards the end of the month a new vision open up, new opportunities, new options open up, and things that you never considered before just arriving to you, in some cases practically, in some cases in the form of ideas and insights. And all of this is going to put you in a wonderful position to experience greater abundance. Financially, yes, but also emotionally for a very long time to come. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.